So this episode of Black Mirror, the interactive episode, seems to be quite interesting. So yeah, the world has descended into complete and utter madness by the looks of it. I haven't made any videos for maybe like 6 months. I think the last video I made, I was in Ecuador, inside some small tent, back in January, I believe. So, video quick update on life and the situation of life and what's going on. I was in Peru when the virus outbroke, well, when it went global. I remember I was sitting at home watching the video on YouTube of the live stream of the cases as it kept going up and up and up. And again, I wasn't too sure what to think. Then in Peru, they got the military to come into the streets. So there's people walking around with guns, and if you left your house after 6 p.m., they could come and arrest you. So I decided to take it upon myself to ring the embassy to see what the situation was and to see if I was eligible for anything. Then the embassy offered me a really good deal for £250. That included me to travel from Bacalpa to Lima on a bus, so it's 24 hours on a bus. Then they put me in a 5-star hotel for a night with dinner and breakfast. Then I had my flight 2 days afterwards, so I took a hostel for 2 nights. I got to the army base, and from the army base I travelled back to UK, to Heathrow Airport. So all in all, it was a pretty interesting, magical journey. So now I'm back in England. I got back in April. I'm back in Luton, which is just outside of London. As soon as I got back to England, I started working straight away. So now I'm back working where I used to work many years ago. Well, a year ago in Amazon. It's going good. Everything in life is just a blessing and a gift of being gratitude. It's interesting because I've not been behind a camera for a long time, so I've kind of forgot how to interact and how to make videos and how to speak to a camera. And hopefully I can twist this video, because last time I made a video on my phone, it was really, really lazy. And I couldn't do the whole rotate the screen, so it kind of was like skew with. And I was too lazy to kind of try and edit it and twist it back up. So yeah, I thought it's about time I start making some videos again to give an update on life and the journey of life and what's been going on. So when I got back from Ecuador, when I got back to Peru, I was teaching English in Bacalpa. It was going great. Everything was moving in a good, positive direction. Also, the vegetarian and vegan cafe I get to work in was going good, and then this whole situation broke out and I ran out of money as well. So it was a choice of, do I stay living in Peru where I don't really have any resources, I have no money. Okay, where I was living, we had a really beautiful garden with fruits, vegetables, but again, it wasn't enough to try and sustain myself. So I thought I'd come back to England. I got back to the UK. I was, deep into the overdraft, in a little bit of debt. Luckily, I was able to find a job straight away, so I was very grateful just to save some money up. And everything's been going great ever since. Like, the thing is with life is everything is a blessing and everything is very, very beautiful. Life is this powerful, majestic gift we have, and we just have to be appreciative of everything we have in our life. Like, I come from a country where people have nothing. So again, this virus situation, are people dying from the virus, or are they dying because of the circumstances caused by it? So what I saw were people were struggling and suffering because the ways of making money has been switched off. So you've got 30,000 people who drive the moto taxis in Bacalpa. They can no longer go to work because you're not allowed to drive on the street. So that's 30,000 people who no longer have an income. You've got the people who live in the indigenous villages. They can no longer bring money in. You know, the tourism they have, like it can't happen anymore because of this whole situation. So people go into panic mode. People go into survival mode. People have no money for food or for anything else. So this seems to be the situation. And even over here in the Western world, if you are going through chemotherapy, all of a sudden you can no longer go for your therapy because the hospitals are switched off. So people are doing these online checkups, which just aren't good enough because people, they can't obviously be checked properly just by a video call. It doesn't work. It's just not very practical, and some bad stories of this not working have come out, and it's quite sad what's happening in the world. So what we can do is to hold space in ourselves, is to stick in our own lane. And what I mean by this is, your choices are your choices, and the way how you react to certain situations is down to you. So something what hasn't been spoken about is nutrition, and is diet and health. Try to eat more food you cook at home. Try to get more vitamins, like leafy greens are great. Immune system building. Again, like if you are a healthy individual, you probably aren't going to have too many bad symptoms of this whole situation. But anything can happen. Anything can really happen in this crazy, crazy world we live in right now. Recommend a quick show while I'm here as well. I'm watching some Netflix. Dark. This really is good for fucking with your head, should I say. A really, really interesting show to watch. Anyway, that's a quick update from me. Hopefully I can start making some more videos again soon if this uploads very easy. So, yeah, peace. Thanks for the comments I'm still coming through. Still remember Instagram, remember Y89, all of that other malarkey. Anyway, love to everyone. Have a really good, well, I don't even know what day it is today. I think it's Wednesday, so good rest of your week, and stay safe.